Hey there folks, Baltasaro, back again with some more Pokemon Emerald After Game. You might remember in the last episode we made it here to the Battle Frontier after a nice little sea cruise on the SS Title. In this episode, we are going to see all that we can do and see here in the Battle Frontier. There's quite a bit. Not all of it is very interesting. There are a lot of people, a lot of text, blah 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 blah. Yeah, so basically you can talk to a bunch of people. Honestly, there isn't a whole lot to get out of these people. Yeah, exactly. Not very many of these people have very many interesting things to say. Oh, let's go into this big house. Let's see what's going on in here. It's just this guy. How charming, that little lady claims she can understand Pokemon. This guy? Oh, no. Sorry, that's a dude. Are you the little lady? No, you're a little guy.
Hee, I can tell what Pokemon are thinking. Please, can I see your Pokemon?
Okay, is this just someone that can tell you if a Pokemon likes you or not?
This one says it looks after itself, but if it gets enough ouchies, it will turn sneaky.
Okay. I honestly have no idea what that means. Yeah. Okay, Fishisaro. Remind me to not beat you so you don't get sneaky. No, I do not condone the abuse of animals, nor do I condone the abuse of Pokemon. That's just how I roll. Yes, there's a bunch of these little houses. I think there's a guy in here that can tell you where the EVs of your Pokemon are. Of course, be it in a cryptic NPC way that's hard to get a certain numerical value out of. But yes, there are 7 facilities here at the Battle Frontier. The first one we're visiting here is the Battle Factory. Seek out the toughest Pokemon. Basically, this works like some of the other battle tents do. I should say just one of the battle tents do. You pick rental Pokemon, and then you go through a plethora of trainers to fight, and of course, if you beat a trainer, you can take one of their Pokemon, so interesting, I suppose, if you want to try out some different Pokemon without having to go out and catching them. Let's see, this is the Battle Dome, your path to the Invincible Superstar. This is basically a tournament. Don't remember how many battles you have to fight, but basically, you're trying to fight your way to the championship and ultimately win the championship. What do you have to say, old man?
Oh, hush, keep that racket down. You fair weather fans should stick to cheering for some gym leader. The Dome Ace is mine, the only idol for me.
I suppose he's very good at the tournaments. And as you can see, nice little dome shape. They weren't lying, it's a dome. We get it! What do you have to say, little girl that's the same height as me?
Today I'm going to keep battling, no matter what, until I get a symbol.
Honestly, I have no idea what a symbol is. I'm guessing it has something to do with the Battle Frontier. Basically, when you win events here at the Battle Frontier, you get battle points, which are kept on your Frontier Pass. Honestly, I just don't care what this guy has to say. Although that is awfully dramatic, turning away from us. Basically, yeah, you get battle points that are kept on your Frontier Pass that you can trade for items, and there's a couple of old ladies that will actually, in exchange for battle points, teach your Pokemon moves. So basically, if you sit through all that this creepy f*** has to say, he will just give you 2 battle points out of the blue. Actually, his story is actually pretty hilarious. I think I remember it from a past playthrough. He ran away from home, or he left home or something, and God, it was ridiculous. Like, he ran away from home, and God, it was a long journey building this gigantic, opulent mountain. I'm sure it was so difficult for him, because he obviously worked a terrible job for like 7 billion years to buy a private island and build a bunch of stuff on it. Let's face it, you were rich before you built this. Anyways, okay, so this girl basically wants to screw herself over and trade a Skitty for her Meowth. Basically, I'm going to say no because I care enough about you to say keep your Meowth. Skitty is awful. Meowth actually evolves into Persian, which is a decently solid normal type. Okay, little kid, you need to calm the F down. Wow, it's huge! The battle tower feels special. It's different from the others. God, am I ridiculous now? Okay, this is the battle tower. This is basically a 7-trainer marathon. Basically, if you can beat 7 trainers in a row, go for it. Keep the win streak as the toughest trainer. I believe this is actually very similar to the battle tower in Generation 2. So if you played Gold, Silver, or Crystal, that's right up your alley. This is where you can exchange your battle points. Yeah, let's see what we can exchange here. Much like the game corner. Oh, I'm guessing each girl has a different thing. Okay, dolls. Is it all dolls? Dolls we never really got into. They're just for decorating your room back home and your secret base, which I never really got into. I think I mentioned it a little bit. Oh, these are all decorations. Oh, but that did. It just looks like a little blob of poop that's purple. like someone ate a bunch of like red crayons and then just, okay, I'm sorry. Okay, what do you have to exchange for? I'm not buying it. Oh, for 1 battle point? Are you shitting me? Okay, so no, let's get this straight. When we were back at Scott's place, he basically gave us he just gave us these like it were not like he just gave us 2 battle points like it was nothing. But when you consider that all of these are worth 9,800 Poké Dollars apiece, he just gave us 18 grand for absolutely no reason. Okay, let's get calcium here. And we'll do protein, just for the sake. Okay, no, I have no battle points left. So yeah, actually some fantastic items here, especially if you don't mind doing whatever these different facilities ask of you. Ooh, leftovers, quick claw, some actually some very cool, very good hold items here. Focus band, which increases, lets your Pokemon hold on with 1 HP sometimes. Wow, these are actually fantastic. If I had any patience, I would just play the hell out of these battle frontier places and try to get some of these. But honestly, patience, no, not gonna happen. Especially in video games. For some reason, I'm usually a pretty patient person, but when it comes to video games, whew, I'm quite impatient. Okay, this is just a ranking hall where you can see your different records. What do you have to say? Why are you hiding behind a tree? I saw it! There was a sticky sort of Pokemon with a long tail up ahead. Well, that's disgusting. I was hiding under a boulder and it kept staring at me. It stared into your soul. That took way too long to say. Okay, there are a couple of more things here. What do you have to say, Hiker? Battle Pyramid's too harsh. I just can't make it up to the top since I'm out of options. Maybe I can climb the outside. Then you can be like Godzilla, only wearing a ridiculous hat. This is the Battle Pyramid. Basically, this is a 7-story dark dungeon with different things to fight. I think there's people and wild Pokemon. Why are you running around? Do you know it? The legend of the Battle Pyramid? When there comes a confident trainer reaching for the golden pinnacle, there shall appear a man among men. Don't know of that legend? Well, of course not, because I just made it up. Well, honestly, it sounds like a cult, and the fact that you made it up just makes it even more believable. I mean, come on. A brave person climbing the pyramid to be a man among men. Okay, what is it supposed to mean? That, my friend, I can't say, because I'm going to start a cult and charge you $5 million to join. Literally $5 million. Okay. I apologize for a bit of ridiculousness there. What's going on in here? Well, that's a nice little circle jerk. I'm not even going to touch that with a 10-foot pole. Those trainers, what are they doing? Well, they're obviously masturbating. They should be taking challenges. Well, they're masturbating, so we're not going to bother them. We are just going to overview. I believe there's only one more place we need to look at here. Go through this little thing. Actually, there's one more after this. This is the Battle Arena. Let the toughest teams gather. The Battle Arena is very weird. You fight different trainers, and you're rated by different criteria, different moves you use, stuff like that. It's all very confusing. I barely understand it. And I'm actually skipping 2 little facilities here, but I don't honestly want to go find them, so I'm just going to point them out. There's the Battle Pike, which is shaped like a giant snake head, which... why did they just call it the Battle Snakehead? Basically, that is... it's kind of like a little... almost like a little dungeon. You have to go through 3 rooms. You have different doors you can go in. There's wild Pokemon trainers. It's very fun. And then the Battle Factory, where you can... oh, I already said the Battle Factory. The one I'm thinking about is... which one am I thinking of here? There's one more that I haven't done. Oh, the Battle Palace. Which is, down here. That's actually where we need to go. That's actually one where your Pokemon fight all on their own. You don't tell them a single thing. You just enter your Pokemon, and then they do the fighting, and I'm assuming the results are disastrous, because the AI in this game is stupid enough with regular trainers, so I'm sure with my Pokemon they would have no idea what to do. People call me a busybody, but I can't help it. Your hat's on crooked. Oh no! Trash on the ground. Oops, it's almost dinner time. I'm not wearing a hat, I'm wearing a bandana. Like, I just have white hair and I'm 10 years old. Okay, blah-de 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 blah. And we have to go around this palace. As you can see, if you're the kind of person that likes NPCs, this is right up your alley, man. There's plenty of people to talk to. You have a chef with a zigzagoon. I believe in you, little buddy. If I'll make my little zig any favorite tasty treats, if you like. Can we just do that again? If I believe in you, little buddy, I'll make my little zig any favorite tasty treats you like if you win. Okay, that was just really poorly put. Come on, you got terrible grammar, Chef Mario. You see, now that's a game I've yet to see. Come on, where's Chef Mario? You know, it's like Cookin' Mama, but it's Mario, and it's not really, like, still overly Japanese. Excuse me, young one, have you good eyesight? There's an odd tree past here, and to my tired eyes it seems to wiggle. Oh boy. Alright, so yes, indeed, if anybody here has played Generation 2, or I suppose watched my Silver LP, when you see a strange looking tree, what do? You pour water on it. What else would you do? And once you do that, it does a little dance, and the weird tree doesn't like it, and attacks. So, we have a little fight here, and anybody that is unfamiliar, this is Pseudo-Wudo. Nice, neat little play on words. I honestly kind of like that, Pseudo-Wudo, for a fake tree. Come on, that's clever. This is the only occurrence of Pseudo-Wudo in this entire game, so I'm actually going to try to catch this thing. Dragon Claw shouldn't kill this thing unless it's a critical hit, and I really should have saved. Perfect! Alright, we've got him down to yellow health. Let's just see if we can take this guy down right now. Do we have plenty of Great Balls? Yes, we do. I honestly should have checked before running over here, but I had a feeling we'd have plenty. And are we really gonna? Oh, that's beautiful. I actually don't believe Pseudo-Wudo's catch rate is all that low, so probably not all that surprising. And its data is added to the Pokédex. Pseudo-Wudo, imitation Pokémon. It mimics a tree to avoid being attacked by enemies. If you pour water on it, it will try to fucking kill you. Do we want to give a nickname to the captured Pseudo-Wudo? Yeah, let's do. Since this thing is going to just be chilling in the box for the rest of eternity, I feel like we have a nice name for this guy. Let me out. Let's see. Do we have symbols here? Yes, we do. Oh, really? There's no exclamation point anymore. Oh, of course, it's right here, you dumbass. Okay, you're just going to be chilling in the box for the rest of forever. So why not just name you Let Me Out? That's awful. But yeah, Pseudo-Wudo being a rock type, it kind of makes sense that it wouldn't like being watered. But then again, it shouldn't like being out in the snow. If you actually read the Pokédex entry, it says it's out in the snow, but the snow would just melt and then become... if you go down this waterfall here and then go into this cave, there is actually one more thing of interest down here. This is the Artisan Cave. There are actually quite a few items in here, and a lot of them are, I think actually all there are. We'll get to the items in a minute. This is Smeargle. This is the only Pokemon that you can catch in Artisan Cave. Another Generation 2 Pokemon, and it is the only, I should say Artisan Cave is the only place you can catch this little guy in the entire game. Of course, they just show up via wild encounters, so not as pressing an issue as Pseudo-Wudo. You can come back here and get this whenever you want. But screw it, let's try to catch this thing. Let's just use Crunch. That should knock it out. No, okay. What makes Smeargle very unique is the fact that its only move is Sketch, and it has 1 PP for each use of Sketch. You can only use Sketch once, and basically it copies the last move that's been used on it, and it does so permanently. It's not like, you know, Transform, where it just goes back to being a Ditto with just Transform. Once Smeargle uses this move, the last move that's used on it is its forever. So if we were to catch this thing, which I'm actually going to attempt to do here, excuse me, which I will actually attempt to do right now in this here Great Ball, Smeargle's catch rate is, I believe, a little bit lower, so might not have as much luck catching this guy. I honestly don't want to go to all that much effort just to catch this thing, because I really do have no use for it, and you can find them anywhere. But like I said, there are, like I was saying, I should say, there are a few moves that that Smeargle cannot sketch. Those being basically any move that causes the user to faint, like Explosion, Self-Destruct. I'm sure I'm missing a few more. I don't think it can learn one-hit KO moves either, because if it hit, it'd be dead. But if you use Sketch and the move fails, Actually, really interesting. If you try to use a move on Smeargle, the move you try to use fails, and then Smeargle goes on and uses Sketch, it's out of moves. It has no moves. It has to use Struggle, which is actually kind of fascinating to think about. So, anyways, we're just going to use a Great Ball here, and this is honestly the last one. I'm not trying to catch this thing, and of course, we get it. We get it right when I'm about to give up. Let's see what, Smeargle, Painter Pokemon. A Smeargle marks its territory by using a fluid that leaks out of the tip of its penis. About 5,000 different marks left by this Pokemon have been found on other Pokemon's penises. Okay, that was a little ridiculous. Okay, give a nickname to the captured Smeargle, why not? Okay, you're a painter. And honestly, you're going to be going insane being locked in the box for so long. So we are just going to name you, not Van Gogh, Van Gogh. Come on now, that's clever. Now, personally, I'm a huge fan of Van Gogh. I hope there are no Van Gogh fans. Of course, this is a girl. But I hope no Van Gogh fans are offended by that. I'm a huge fan, but, I mean, come on. We're going to need some repels, aren't we? But here, I will actually attempt to get this thing to have to use Struggle, because I don't think any Pokemon has ever used Struggle on us. Basically, I'm just going to waste this Nest Ball so that I don't use a turn, so we can show this thing using Sketch. Yeah, the hearts. Oh man, free love. So Sketch fails. It's out of moves, so let's just waste another one here. Dive Ball. There we go. We're in a cave. We're not on the ocean floor. Now wouldn't this just be my damn luck? Of course. Okay. Now, see, all it has is Struggle. Actually, very, very fascinating. Which is very weird, because this Smeargle is at level 40, and Smeargle learns another Sketch every 10 moves. So, theoretically, this Smeargle should have 4 different uses of Sketch, so that it can, of course, copy 4 different moves. But, being a wild Pokemon, I'll be damned if I know. Don't worry about it, and shit. Alrighty, now that I have a Repel up, we can just go about trying to explore this cave. Like I said, oh my god, are you serious? Oh, I'm pissed now. Because yep, you're the same level as Alfredo. Alrighty, I have seen Smeargle as high as level 48 in here, so I threw Aaron out, who is at level 48, so we should be able to avoid those now that we have a Pokemon out front higher than, I should say, of a higher level than most of the Smeargle out here. And like I said, there are plenty of items in here, but I'm just not going to bother getting them. If we go down through here, is there anything over here? There's got to be something. We find a Carbos! So perfect. We found calcium, which will increase, defense. And now we have a Carbos to increase speed, because you need carbs to be more fast. But now that we have, I should say, I guess, now that we've encountered and caught Sudowoodo and Smeargle, I feel like I've done all I want to do here in the Battle Frontier. But before I go, the whole theme of this area has been, fighting and battling, and everyone battles Pokemon in this game. Everyone settles their differences by having Pokemon fight for them. But no one ever fights for themselves in this game. So my question to you is, of course, it's been on the screen for a while. Have you guys ever been in a fight? And if so, did you win? Be honest. I'm always really happy to hear you guys. And one more thing. I have actually decided there's 7 things here. As I said, I'm not going to do everything here in the Battle Frontier, but I will go to one of these different places. I'll go through them again really quick. If you need to know what they do in here, just go back. I will compete in the Battle Tower, Battle Dome, Battle Palace, Battle Arena, Battle Factory, Battle Pike, or Battle Pyramid, and give an honest effort in any one of those that you guys select. So post a comment to this video letting me know, along with answering the question of the day, which one of these you would like me to do, and then whichever gets the most responses, that'll be it. And if there's a tie, hell, flip a coin or do something else, I don't know. But until then, I suppose I am Baltasaro on the next episode. We will move on because there is still quite a bit to do here in the after game of Emerald, but in the next episode we will get to that, and I will get my battle inserts name of building here out of the way. Until then, I'm Baltasaro. I love you guys, and I'll be seeing you very, very soon.